mid-1950s would see the solidification of Sammy Davis Jr. as one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Starring in a hit Broadway musical, Mr. Wonderful, hit singles, and generally a show stealer in any film that he acted in. And to note, he did this in the 1950s when segregation was legal and blatant racism was still normal. Truly one of the greatest talents of all time. But one thing that Sammy Davis Jr. loved just as much as being on stage was white women, being romantically linked to jazz singer Peggy King and pinup model Meg Miles. But his most serious relationship up to this point was with actress Kim Novak. Beginning in late 1956, the two would begin to privately see each other, and friends of the two would say that they were madly in love. But this was a huge problem. Interracial relationships were still illegal in America, and the majority of Americans saw it as a negative thing. And there had never been an interracial Hollywood couple up to this point. Novak, who was signed to Columbia Pictures, was advised to keep this relationship private, so to not face any backlash or blacklisting. And for at least a year and a half, the two were successful in keeping their union secret. But things would change when rumors began to swirl that Sammy asked for Kim's hand in marriage. When this news got back to Columbia Pictures, its then president Harry Cohn would take action to kill this relationship completely. A few men, most likely mobsters, would call or kidnap Sammy and threaten his well-being, telling him that he had 48 hours to marry a black woman, or Davis, who was partially blind in one eye, would lose his other eye or even his life. Sammy would then go and pay LaRae White, a dancer and former lover of Sammy's, $10,000 to marry him. And the two would be wed on January 10th, 1958. That same night, Davis would strangle LaRae and also threaten to take his life before his assistant would talk him down. Davis and White's marriage was completely loveless, only showing affection in public and never even sleeping together. Davis and Novak would continue to secretly see each other during this marriage, despite White genuinely making efforts to make it work. The fake couple would divorce just 9 months later, and Davis and Novak's relationship would eventually fizzle out. Sammy would eventually follow his heart and marry Mai Britt, a white woman, in 1960. And their relationship would grant Davis the scrutiny that he would have faced if he had married Kim Novak. That story will be told on this page one day, but I'm not sure when.